What is up, you guys? Hope you're doing well, and we're on to week 3 of digital learning. Hopefully, you guys are not getting too stir crazy. We're going to dive right in, though. We're going to look in our books at page 38. Okay, page 38. We're looking at number 185. Percussion. For you guys, you're 185. I'm not going to go over right now. I'm going to put out another video that's going to be below in the Google Classroom. Or up here on YouTube. You're welcome to watch that one, or I want you to watch that one. You can watch this one as well, and I want you can take time to attempt number 185 in your book, but I'm just not going to be going over it personally, okay? Now, for this, it says Performance Spotlight. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I think we had one earlier in the book that was like this as well. But how this works is your instrument is playing the top part. Okay, you'll see that there's two kind of, I guess there's technically 3 staves, but the bottom 2 are kind of paired together. That's the piano part. So normally in class, if we were going to be doing this, I would play the piano part while you guys would play along, but obviously we're not in class. So the bottom part, though, is convenient that if you do have a family member that can play piano, you can totally perform with each other, whereas you play the top part while they play the piano accompaniment part. Also, for those of you that are piano players, if you want to use the acapella app that I talked about last week and you want to play the piano part for one and then play your instrument on the other, that's also a pretty cool use of it. Now, for 185, for flute and alto sax and clarinet, okay, you guys are going to be recognizing, or this is going to be a pretty recognizable piece. For trumpet and trombone and horn, so and euphonium and tuba, you guys are playing a different piece. So in your book, your 185 is a different piece. So I'm going to cover the brass people first because you guys are going to be seeing this today on Monday. And then woodwinds, you guys can watch through what the brass are doing if you want to, or you can just skip ahead a little bit to when I cover the woodwind stuff, okay? So, for brass, we are looking again at number 185. It says theme from Symphony Number 1, okay? At the very beginning, you do have 2 measures of rest. But then again, at the beginning of measure 3, though, I want you to see that there's a repeat sign there, okay? If you skip down to the very, very end of the piece, we also have a first and second ending. So when we take the first ending, we don't go all the way back to the very beginning. Okay? If that little repeat sign at measure 3 was not there, we would go back to the very, very beginning. But in this case, since we have that repeat sign that's facing forward, that means that we're going to be starting at, or when we repeat back, we're going to go back to measure 3. Okay, we're going to play from 3 then all the way through again until we get to the second ending. Take the second ending to the very end. This piece is not too complex. The thing that makes it a little bit challenging is the dynamics, because it starts out at a mezzo forte, and then it comes down to a piano, stays at piano for just a little bit, and then over the course of one measure, measure 13, we're crescendoing from piano all the way up to forte, but then in measure 14, once we hit forte, right on that half note, right after it, we have to decrescendo back down to come back to mezzo forte. So it's a lot about dynamic control. Okay, and then in the second ending as well, one measure to go from, from mezzo forte up to forte. Okay? We'll start from the very, very beginning. For trumpet, euphonium, and tuba, what you guys are going to be playing is going to sound exactly like what I'm playing. Horns, you guys are playing the same melody, it's just in a different key. So what I mean by that is it's going to sound a little bit lower. Just for the length of the video, I don't have time to play through yours, but it's going to sound almost exactly like what I'm doing, what I'm going to be demonstrating. It's just going to sound a little bit lower, okay? All right, here it is. This is the very beginning, 6, 7, 8, and we rest, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Pretty straightforward. It's just a lot of that dynamic control, being able to go up quickly to forte, but then come down just as quickly. Just all about the air control. Okay? All right, for Woodwinds, you guys are going to be playing a very, very famous piece called Eine kleine Nachtmusik. This is short for, not short, this is German for Little Night Music. It's a piece by Mozart. Most of you are probably going to recognize it. For flute and alto sax, what I'm going to be playing is going to sound exactly like what you're playing. Clarinets, you're going to be playing the same rhythm that I'm playing. It's just going to sound a little bit lower. Okay? Then when you get a little bit further into a clarinet, it jumps up a little bit higher, but you guys are in a different key signature than what I'm going to be playing. Okay? So for this one, it's mostly just covering range. It's also a bit of a faster piece. I'm not going to play it too fast for right now, just for practicing purposes. I'll play it at just kind of a nice medium tempo. It does stay at forte for a good chunk of it, then it comes down to piano, so please note that change. And then a crescendo up to mezzo forte going into the first ending. Just like what the brass had, please notice that there is a repeat sign at measure 3. Okay? Because when we take the first ending, we're not going back all the way to the beginning. We're only going back to measure 3, where that repeat sign is at, okay? Then we'll go from measure 3, play through everything a second time, and then take the second ending, okay? All right, at the very beginning, we do have 2 measures of just the piano, so we're just going to kind of do that just for sake of authenticity, okay? Here we go, beginning, and 6, 7, 8, rest, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. And measure 3. Okay? And that is it, guys, okay? It's a pretty fun tune. Both of them are pretty fun. Have some fun playing with it. Try and speed it up a little bit if you can. And if you know somebody that can play piano, try and have them play the piano accompaniment with you playing, okay? I hope to see you guys soon, and I hope you're having a good week. Love you, miss you.